Yay!
Hey.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Football Boot Hour here on the Boot Wizard YouTube channel. Of course, here with me, James the Boot Wizard, my co-host, as always, Andrew from the Lockhart Boot Blog, and we are joined once again by the amazing, the wonderful, the fantastic LJ Collects, who has. We've got to jump into this straight away. Is now apparently the face of the 442
YouTube channel.
YouTube channel.
The face of a video.
Dude, I only saw one
awesome.
face in that video, and it was
There's
yours.
one
I'm the
face and
face
it's
of
you.
that video. Yeah, I'm the face of that video, which is
Yeah, so go check it out. Like I will try and, or if one of us will try and find a link. I can't put links in the chat, but I will put a link up probably in the comments where you can go and check out LJ's video on 442. It is excellent. It is wonderfully produced and it's well worth watching. So please don't go and check that out. Of course, this week we're going to talk about the F50 Spider. We're going to kind of look at it maybe a little more critically than we have so far, because giant boxes with countdowns and shiny things that got sent to us. If that's not something that's going to give me rose-tinted glasses, I don't know what is. So we'll talk about that and obviously go through everything that we've got, the new releases. There's been plenty this week, and the chat is going strong. Proper Boots, Chris Pottle, Chris's Footy Kicks. Second time I've spoken to you today, sir. Justin, Neil Williams, Adi, Emil, Matt, Clippy. Everybody has joined us. We will say apologies to anybody who was unaware, including Andrew.
Yeah.
The clock's changed. The clock's moved an hour in the UK, so I put the timer up on Instagram, and I didn't really think any more of it because the clocks in the UK and Ireland are different. And then I didn't tell Andrew, and his clocks didn't change.
My clock's never changed.
Apparently, because the clocks never change, and most of you guys in the States, obviously, the clocks change at different times. So this might be a little bit messy for attendance, but anyway, that is enough from me. Shall we jump into, I suppose, let's do pickups first, then we'll do new releases, and that will segue nicely into the F50. So LJ, my friend, how you doing? How's being the new face of 442? And do you have any talent?
We're just going to start calling him the talent.
Yeah, LJ's just the talent now.
I'm not the talent. Do I have any pickups? Well, I didn't pick anything up this week. I feel like you guys might have.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nothing happened.
Well, technically, you did get a pickup. It just didn't arrive yet.
I've not yet been able to pick it up. No.
Yeah. So I got LJ because I got obviously the F50s from Unisport. Thank you very much, Unisport. Adidas, J Mike. As did Andrew. LJ went to grab a pair, but Unisport do not ship to the UK because of Brexit.
Mm-hmm.
So I did grab LJ a pair from Unisport. And so they have to come here, and once they arrive at me, they then have to make their way to LJ bit roundabout.
My guardian angel.
We will get there nonetheless, my friend.
Phillips says, LJ, the Predator leather is now 160 quid.
Every week.
It's been 160 for last time we did this. They were already 160. So we're still at. No, wait. Actually, no. 160. No, they weren't 160. No, they were.
I think they were 160 with discount last time, like with the discount code. So now they're 160, and there might be a discount code you could put on top of that.
And what, 10% take it to like 145. I will get those eventually. I'm gonna get them. It's just a question of when.
Yeah. Well, this week the funds went on obviously the F50s, didn't they? So
exactly. So maybe not this week. I guess it was payday today actually. So I don't know.
The money's in, money's out the door. Well, I suppose, Andrew, apart from the big obvious thing that we all got this week, did you have any other pickups this week?
No, I'm broke.
Cool, you're broke as well. Me too, but I got two. So I got 3 pairs of boots in this week, and like I'm starting to sound like a hypocrite because about 3, 4, 5, at least 6 months ago, we had a kind of big conversation on the pod about like, okay, we don't get too many things for free. Like you and I as reviewers, we pay for 99% of what we get, and occasionally we get a boot sent out to us. At that point, I think for the year, I'd received maybe 1 pair of boots, maybe 2, something like that. Today, like this week, I have 3 pickups, and they all got sent to me. So, yeah. So it's going better on the boot front.
I would
So
have
one of them,
another pickup if Skechers ever bothered to.
if Skechers sent you the SKX. Oh dear. So I will show you this one briefly. We went into this last week. So
yeah.
obviously I got a pair of the 11
I
11
did get
turfs.
those.
Yes.
Should I get
So
mine?
those came in to Andrew as well. I won't be doing a review on these for obvious leather-like reasons. But their founder did want a bit of feedback from me, so that's fine. And I'm going to take some photos. So there'll be no review. But if you want my thoughts, I went half a size up. And with my wide foot, that is the way to go. I would probably advise most people to maybe go the half size up.
You hush.
And I'm still struggling a little bit with kind of the width and the pinch in here, and it's actually quite a low volume. It doesn't look it.
It is pretty
There's
low.
not a lot of volume here.
It's because the insole's so thick.
Yeah, exactly. That drop in midsole, which I will take out, which I think is a very cool design.
What is it?
But
Thick
it
boy.
actually, yeah. So it's the whole, the whole insole. But it's the whole midsole of the boot. So it's not just like the insole, it is the whole midsole of the boot.
I'm kidding when I said thick. It is.
It's the structure for
thick
everything.
With like 6 C's.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of C's in that thing. What?
So the volume, like if I put that somehow like this, like the amount of volume that you're sitting on is very little. So like I'm just struggling with that. It's thankfully it is leather, so they would break in. I think that's the first time I've said thankfully it's leather for about 20 years. But so they will break in, but I am definitely wide foot having to kind of work these in. But the quality is really high. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like you see, mine are already a bit dirty.
The
I was
quality's
like,
high.
oh yeah, I'll just take some pictures. Then I tried to break them in, and then was like, oh crap, now I've got to clean them to take pictures.
They quality's high because the price is high.
Yes, high quality, high price. At least it's high price, high quality.
Yeah.
It could be high price, low quality. Like we've seen that many times.
We've seen that, no doubt.
Yeah. And the other thing I got now, I haven't been told I can't show this, but I also haven't even seen the brand put up a picture of this. So
plate safe.
So what are you about to do then?
I'll show you the sole plate. There you go.
I just got an email from them too.
Yes. So you should have got an email. LJ, you might have got an email from them as well, or a message or something.
LJ's
so
like,
a few people in the chat will know what that is, and will know and will have been contacted by the company. If you've been contacted by the company, that was me. So I didn't contact you, but I sent a lot of people in your direction. But yeah, I should have them first. I have them first.
LJ's like, that's a while ago.
Yeah. And I'm supposed to be having a chat with the designer. It was supposed to be today, but it seems to have been delayed for kind of like some feedback and stuff. But I haven't seen the company put up pictures of it yet. So yeah.
Yeah.
I also haven't been told I can't do anything with it. So
it's really weird.
Probably need to get confirmation on that first.
Yeah. Probably a good idea.
But anyway. Cool. Oh my God. Yeah. Josh Tossell says leak alert. Yeah, it kind of would have been, but anywho. I suppose that means the most logical thing to do is to go to the releases, and then we'll finish up with the Spider, and we'll talk about that. The story. So let's do releases. First one is one from today. I don't know if this even counts as a release, but I figured I'd put it in there.
It's a boot.
So we got a Predator specific for Rafinha in collaboration with the UFL, which I didn't even really know what it was. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah, that game.
It's a game, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Like, I was like, that went straight over my head. I'm so old. But I suppose it's Halloween themed. Happy Halloween to everybody.
James, Football Manager Beta is out. The Football Manager Beta is out. You know you want to play. I played last night.
Stop it.
Mate, I'm like 30 hours in. I'm already halfway through my third season now, actually.
Stop it.
No, you are.
If I get the Football Manager, if I get the new Football Manager beta, the podcast next week is just going to be 2 screens of you and me playing Football Manager by ourselves, because there's no versus mode this year. So it'll just be you playing on one screen, me playing on the other screen, and people can just watch us play Football Manager on 2 screens. That's all it's going to be. But to the boots, LJ, what do you think of these?
They're all right. Like, I don't think, if we're talking about like in isolation, it's not necessarily a color way that I would gravitate towards necessarily. Like the mixture of them, obviously, is Halloween, so you take that into account. I don't know. I'm not crazy about it.
I'll throw the old tier list up there. You can give us a throw it in a tier. I feel like you're feeling very meh about those.
I think the whole tone of what I was saying there just sounded like meh. So I think I'm just going to put it in
didn't it? Andrew, what do you reckon?
So long, resigned shrug of the shoulders.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, but yeah, I feel like we're all exact. It's the tone of voice idea? From all of us.
Is it a cool idea?
Meh.
I don't know. This feels like, I don't know.
It's doing
the list of occasions which seem to have a boot to them now is like growing. It's like there's no day that can't have one.
Yeah,
it feels like. Halloween, I guess, is not the silliest, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what's it got to do with football?
I feel like Puma have always missed a trick by not dropping a tricks pack on Halloween.
In fairness to Adidas, it's not one that they're selling.
Yeah,
so it's just
that's true. Front Post makes a good point, is that he's injured, so they're not even going to make it onto the pitch.
Brilliant. Top work all around. Good job, Addy.
Clippy says it feels like something Puma would do, and Alex Martinez reckons holiday themed boots are pretty cringe. So overall, this is a pretty poor reception to that one. Josh Tossell reckons ChatGPT designed it. So Samuel Phillips likes them. Nobody else likes them, but
I mean, none of us hate them, but it's just, and if they wanted to give me a pair, I'll take it, but like, I don't know.
If you know what, if there was ever a boot that deserved meh, it's that one. I've never seen a more meh reaction from us. Okay.
Proper boots likes them. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay, let's see what else we've got on the drops this week. So we had these. So Puma launched a new racetracks pack with ProDirect at the same time that the S50 Spider launched. It just felt like a little bit of like,
they knew
look
it was
at us.
Coming. You delay it by a day.
Yeah. But I feel like ProDirect wanted to try and get a little slice of the action while not realizing how intense the discussion would be around the M50. I love this picture, by the way. I think that's a fantastic
it's a cool picture. The track is
very,
flipped
very
around,
cool.
By the way.
Yeah.
It's
so,
backwards.
who was I talking to about this? I don't know. So on one boot, the track is backwards, and on the other boot, the track is the right way around because they flipped it. So on one of them, the center S's are the wrong way. And not only that, but they flipped it. But when they flipped it, they also didn't change the direction of the DRS arrows. So on one side of the boot, the DRS arrows are also pointing the wrong direction.
Hooray.
And that, like, I think flipping the track in itself is kind of like poor if you're trying to sell a boot to an F1 nerd. But if you're going to do it, fair enough. But at least flip the DRS arrows the other direction. So the track is going in I don't know.
It's like
I'm thinking too hard about it.
Basically, this whole F1 series, I think, is a justification on Puma's part to make sure that ProDirect brings in a bunch of Puma boots still this year.
Yeah.
Like ProDirect said, we're only going to order like X amount if you give us a bunch of SMU special makeups. Oh, thank you, Tracker.
Hey, Tracker has sent us $3. Thank you very much, sir. If anybody does donate, I'm not saying you have to, but like if anybody does donate, please include a question or something with your donation, because we will prioritize. Like we have got to the point with the podcast, which we love very much, especially on the live, where there is too much to respond to every comment and every question. So if there is a donation there, we will ensure we respond to that particular comment or question because it gets highlighted to us. So if you donate, we appreciate it, but also use it to your own advantage by getting a comment or a question in there. David Hall, it was David that I was talking to about the center S is going the wrong way. So, LJ, thoughts on this and the F1 track going the wrong way around?
So he said something interesting. Like, if you're trying to sell a boot to F1 nerds, I question whether that's what it did. Is that the target market? F1 nerds buying Puma Ultras? Probably not. Maybe they are. A lot of people have many interests at the same time. Clearly, you guys do. I don't know what is the I don't know what that even is. But the thing is, like, in any normal week, right, this would have had not necessarily like fanfare, but a lot more attention, right?
It's a nice looking boot.
Yeah, they look good, but it's just like I say, the level of overshadowing. I don't think I've ever seen a boot overshadowed as much as these were. I'm gonna say I was like staring at them just now to try and almost take them out of the context of having been so badly overshadowed.
Yeah.
They're good. They look good. So I'm actually gonna say good.
Yeah. Like, Andrew, what do you reckon?
I'm only doing meh because they messed up the details.
Yeah. So I have two thoughts. One is they messed up the details, and the other is I think it's because I am a little bit of an F1 nerd, and I have very fond memories of Brazil. It's a very obviously it's a very famous track. Lots of famous things have happened, and it's like the best they could do is put the track on there, some DRS, some top speeds. And I kind of got that for Miami because Miami's a very new track. Whereas for this and for like Suzuka, for example, I feel like they could have done more. I feel like they got away with it for Suzuka because it was such a good looking boot. But for this, there was a lot more history they could have tied into this.
Maybe
like something to do with, like, for example, there's a lot of like there's a last lap like championship winning like overtakes from like Hamilton and things like that to steal the title away from I think it's Barrichello and things like that you could have included elements like that, like these big historical moments that have happened at the track, rather than it just being like fastest laps this. And here's the, because all you've really done is made a boot in the colors of the country. You know, I feel like they could have done more. But anyway, so with that in mind, I was going to go with good, but I think I've just ranted myself into meh. So that's what I'm going to go with that. So okay, we got one more left before we get to the F50s. Oh, two more. Sorry, I just put them on the same slide. I put them on the same slide because they look similar in color. So we have the new Dream Chaser Tequila which was another Unisport collab, which also got overshadowed by a Unisport collab.
Yeah.
And the Puma Future 8 Ghost Cat, which launched today, and this is a soccer.com exclusive. So I'll go to you again, LJ. What do you reckon?
Both look nice. Like, this is a nice colorway. I don't know what you call it. Almost like purpley, like a deep blue, like a
deep space.
It's like an iridescent purple.
And I think, both look good. The Tequilas, like you say, suffered from the same fate as the Ultras. And the Tequila as a boot, everybody says it's really good, but I think
very good.
It hasn't. I don't think it's out there enough, to be honest, in comparison to previous models of the same boot, which were also good, but I think I don't know what's going on with that. That's besides the point, I guess. I think they both look good. I'm gonna put. Do you know what? I'm gonna put them both in good. I feel like I'm feeling generous. They're both gonna go in good.
Well, that is generous. I think
very generous.
That is generous. Mr. Lockhart, thoughts?
The Tequila will definitely go in good. I wish the space theme went across the front of the toe as well, like the midfoot and forefoot, like they did on the other two boots, especially the Furon, but, you know, that's what it is. The Puma, the colorway is awesome, but any nice things you say about Puma, it's automatically overshadowed by the fact that this is release number whatever this year. I just don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's even the second one we've looked at this week. So, it's but yeah, no, I feel similar. I think the Tequila is a shame. So Footloose Boots did bring up a good point. Like, should we be giving like kind of Unisport some shit for releasing two signatures basically back to back one day after the other? I said give them some slack because it's two different brands, two different boots, and that kind of stuff. And
I
I
don't
still
think they
stand
have a
by that.
choice, honestly.
Yeah, but I think that they have there is an issue with the Tequila release there, and I think there's a bigger issue that's exactly what LJ said, where this Tequila there was clearly a delay, something's clearly gone wrong, and now it's just being buried, like not deliberately, it's just happening where
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
these other
yeah, yeah,
boots are
yeah.
getting spoken about more because it had such a wet launch, it just wasn't anything. And the more that I look at a Future 8, the more I get angered by it. So I I just can't now. It provokes like a physical reaction from me.
Don't punch the
So I
screen.
think the Tequila, I will go with good. I agree with you guys. And the Future can go in bad because it's a Future and screw that boot. I can't do it anymore.
So
I
that means they
can't.
can never be, doesn't matter what color it is. If that's the reason, then they can never go anything
The
more than
whole,
like
like,
maybe
So
I love that stickers one.
the highest I will put. Yeah, sorry, go on, Andrew.
I like the sticker one they did, but it's still Future 8.
Yeah. The highest I will put a Puma Future 8 between now and the Future 9 coming out is meh. No Future 8 will get above a meh from me because I just can't. I just can't. I'll be nice about the Ultra, but not about the Future. I'm having none of that.
Oh, I'm pretty burned on the Ultra as well. I'm burned on their whole.
The whole thing. The whole thing.
Put it in the
whole
bin.
brand.
Put it in the bin.
Absolutely. And that does bring us to, of course, that's not the right
Nope.
picture. That's not the right one. Let's try again.
Yes.
That does bring us to the F50. Now I haven't just put close-up pictures on here because we do have the joy of two of us actually having them in hand, which is an absolute treat. So we can actually show you them. Andrew, would you like to do the honors?
Yeah,
Describe the
yeah,
boot, explain
cool.
the boot, show the people.
Yeah. So I mean, it's based on the Gold movie, and this was released. God, was it really 20 years ago? That's scary. Time is a cruel, cruel mistress. Anyways, yeah, these are lovely. I didn't realize from the videos, like the 30 here, it's actually 3D. I thought it was just like a flat thing. So like to get that and then have the stitching on they could have easily cheaped out and make this flat and just put a print here on the leather, but they actually stitched it. So it's very, very impressive. These feel very high quality and like a lot of thought went into them, like the stitch and turn heel, Yeah, they couldn't do the whole upper and leather. I'm pretty sure there was limitations put on them by Addy, but really, really well done. Just it's so nice.
So I obviously had my box there, so I can just. This is really heavy, like
Yeah.
So I show you guys the box with, and I can get my timer to turn on there. It's obviously at 0 now, but the kind of time locked box. This was like amazing. This is definitely the coolest thing that I have ever received as a boot reviewer, I
Yeah.
think. And then
It will take some
I
beating.
did
Wow.
put. Can't get in my bloody box now. I did put the boots in the box to kind of show you how that setup was, but now I can't get the box open.
What'd you say, LJ?
There we go.
See, it will take some beating as well to get
Yeah.
something quality in this.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
The only
and like you was so go on.
the only thing I can think of that was close was the battle pack in 2014. Addy sent me a crate
Wow.
and it had like a box, and each boot was like done like this. And you had all, I got, what did I get? I got 3 because we were just a retailer, but like I know influencers got 4 pairs. So they got F50, Nitro Charge, 11 Pro, but they also got the Messi F50. And the Messi F50 wasn't available to most retailers. So, but yeah, that's the closest
Nice.
thing I can think of, and that wasn't as cleverly done as this was. So
Yeah, this was clever. So nice touch, like the handwritten
yeah,
note.
the
That
note
was
was
very
really
nice as
nice.
well. And then this is what the boots were like in the box.
Nice.
So they're kind of like strapped in. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, I think that it would have been one thing if these were just the boots in
Yeah.
a box like this. That would have been cool. But the fact that the box was on like a
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
timer
Yeah.
to open, that was fantastic.
I think that little thing like turned this from being like a massive launch into like an event, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The
In
timing of it and
terms of
everything.
in terms of how to launch a boot, I think this was
Do
exceptional.
this.
Like I think irrespective of anybody's thoughts on the boots or anything like that, I think the way that they launched this boot was amazing. One day before, we had the like obviously all the boxes and we had an announcement and we kind of you hadn't seen anything. We all knew what was coming, but
Mm.
anyway, like you saw all of that and it was like, okay, like that's one thing. And then the next day you got all of the unboxings so you could see the boots and you got an announcement of when the boots would be on sale. And I love the fact that it was next day. I hate when it's like, oh, look at this new boot. It's available next week. It's like, oh, piss off. Like it was available next day. And even the actual launch of the boot, I know it was very limited at 995 pairs, but if you really wanted a pair of these, you could get them. Like there wasn't, I don't think anybody who maybe woke up on time. Sorry, Matt Burns, if you're around. He didn't wake up on time. You could have got a pair. I think this was a marvelously executed event promotion launch of a boot. And that's irrespective of anything to do with the boot itself. I just think it was excellently executed. And yes, of course, we're going to be a little biased about that because
Yeah.
I just got sent a giant box on a timer.
Yeah.
What can you do?
But
yeah.
yeah, the retail box is really cool. I have a
It
friend
is.
I have a friend who got a pair, and it looks like it's not just a standard black limited collection box. Like they put thought into it. Like I think that's what I love most about these is the amount of thought that went into it. You can do things well if you care. And it's frustrating because some of the some Adi's Pred remakes kind of like just seem thrown together, right? But these, like a lot of thought went into it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we've spoken very frequently about this whole idea of like boots needing to be special, needing to feel special and all this kind of stuff. And just so many releases really diluting it. This is the first time that we've had something that genuinely feels special, especially from Adi, especially a remake for quite some time, I think. Like, because even the Made in Germany manias haven't felt particularly
No,
special.
no.
Like, what do you reckon, LJ? What are your thoughts
I'm
on
trying to
the
think.
I know you didn't get it, but what are your thoughts on the launch?
Oh, the launch was wonderful. The launch was really, really good. Like it was naturally with this boot, regardless of how it was done, there will be a level of excitement. But even within that, I think everything you said, I agree. Even like the time, especially on the whole thing of it being the day after, because that surprised me because we do so often see it a bit where it's like, okay, something tomorrow, and you know that tomorrow they're gonna tell you that the boot comes out in a week, and it's like it takes a lot away from, I guess, not so much the hype, but it's like it does take something away from it. I think it's better when it's like this is out tomorrow, so it's like it's out at the same time as you see it. It's not that it's just like you're being teased something, like you've been teased something a million times before. So yeah, like I say, very well released, and also the fact that so few people got sent the box, I think was nice as well. You know, I think
Yeah.
if there were
Yeah.
100 out there, I don't know. I think that dilutes it a little bit. Um, yeah, big fan. I mean, I'm biased because it's like this model is my favorite boot of all time. So it's like, yeah.
It's one of those, like, the goal model. Like last year, one of our good friends, Yuli, was had to unfortunately sell his because he had bills to pay and stuff. And like I wanted to buy them so bad, and I couldn't afford it. I couldn't justify it, and like it was one of those kind of like it's never gonna happen, I guess. And then
Mm,
these came, and it's like, oh my god, yeah.
What is
for
the
sure.
web like? The webbing?
It's
It's like a slim version of maybe what you got on
yes,
the
Yeah,
yeah.
non-goal versions.
that's my one thing. Like with look at them hand in hand, it does feel a little bit like the original was like really thick, and this to me doesn't look. It looks slightly raised, but not like massively.
No, no,
That's the
no.
only
It's
thing.
it's
No, it's
slightly
definitely
raised.
not. It's definitely slimmed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So I think we did our unboxings, our videos. I did a full my video took it's a 25-minute video I did on this unboxing and review. Um, so and obviously we're all very impressed with the presentation, and I think that now having had them, I think we can also go into some of the stuff that maybe we don't like. I think that would be an interesting conversation. Like, what's the stuff that isn't working? Because I have one thing that I think is definitely like they probably should have found a way around this. And it's not the fact that it's not like the full leather, So for me, it's this at the top here. I think they needed to find a way to basically get this to sit
They could have spread out
down.
this piece here, make this
Yeah.
wider, and that would
Yeah,
have
and
that
could
would
have
have
pulled the whole thing in.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. And I think you definitely could have had maybe just a shallower version of this kind of knit section,
Mhm.
because obviously I'm very much pulling this back to what the OG was. And like I've literally just folded that myself. And immediately, like that makes a difference. So I think I think your idea is great to have that kind of spread and have the whole thing sit and have nothing sticking out the top. That's my big thing, is like that I think would have been reasonably
Yeah.
simple to do, and it would have changed the whole aesthetic, and it would have looked a lot sleeker than like it would have looked a lot more like the original, which I think would have been very good without having to go and use Velcro, which obviously they've tried to avoid, which I completely understand. But that's my like visually, that's my thing. And on the whole, I'm okay with 99% of it because I'm viewing it as very much it's an homage. It's not a remake. It's an
Yeah, yeah,
homage
yeah.
too, you know. But that's my one thing where I'm like, that area, that one element is the thing that should have been adjusted. Anybody else?
Well, I don't have them. Um,
You will
Visually, my
soon.
friend. Visually, what are your
visually,
thoughts?
the first thing for me is like I say, is the weapon, because it's like I think that to me, that and the laceless look of the boot, me whatever age I was that time, that those are the things that were the most striking to me about the boot. So it's like when I think about the boot, those are the things that I see. I see that really thick. So the reason why it's called Spider. So when I saw these, and obviously there were leaks prior, which clearly weave the leaks, but like they don't look to me like you say, it's not a remake. It's a tribute essentially.
Yeah.
I
Mm,
don't. That to me takes it a little bit further away from what I have in my head as the original than I would like. But that's like
yeah,
a minor thing.
yeah. Anything for you, Andrew?
Well, Bryn, our buddy from S2S Creations, was saying,
STS Creations up
yeah,
here.
I thought the same LJ, but I have my theories as to why it is not as thick. Wouldn't surprise me if it was due to costing.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe somebody
Didn't
was
people
saying,
say
let's make it lighter.
okay? Didn't a lot of people say that like webbing caging used to break quite easily as well?
So
It did.
on everything but the goal model, because the goal model,
Yeah, because the goal model was stitched.
it was stitched. Well, no, it wasn't stitched. It was a print. People think it was stitched because the player pairs were stitched.
Yeah.
So like Josh has a pair of Damien Duff's boots. And yeah, those are stitched. The goal model, I don't think the goal
Interesting.
model was embroidery. I'm pretty sure it was printed on. I'd have to get a pair in hand, and Lord knows that's not going to happen. Having worn a retail pair, so the non-goal edition, like back in the day, I think I like this better based on what I remember from the old ones. So at least versus the regular release, the non-gold release, this is better in my opinion.
Josh Tossel says the goal was stitched.
Dang it, Josh, Tossel.
Gosh, Josh.
Gosh. Not the same as the player issue pairs, though. Okay.
Thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. But yeah, so I'm interested. I'd love to get some thoughts from AD here, because AD hates these. Like, AD thinks it's a travesty. So if AD, if you're if you're in there, I know you're in there somewhere. Please do. I'd love to kind of get some of your thoughts out onto the podcast. Because he's said to me, like, and I do understand his points and stuff, that he kind of feels like it's a little bit thrown together and various things like that. And I'd love AD to actually articulate that, rather than me try and speak on his behalf, as it were.
I will say for AD, he definitely has his own ideas of how stuff can be accomplished. So, and I don't think it's wrong necessarily.
No, not at all. Not at all. But yes, so something that I do think is, without obviously talking about leaks, I think we can say we know that this is not going to be the only one of these. Yeah. And I have always assumed that one of the reasons that we didn't get a stitched kind of maybe full leather or something more similar to that original goal model is quite simply because Adi have this template. This is the template for the boot that they want to make, and Unisport have been able to go, we want to make a goal colorway of this. Like, can you help us make a goal colorway? And that's what we've got here off the Adi template. Adi weren't going to turn around and go, okay, yes, let's make a full leather upper with stitched and things like that. And I so that's my takeaway from why this is further away from the goal model, because quite simply Adi were like, this is the boot, this is what we're releasing, you may put a colorway on it.
Yeah. Well, okay, Adi's saying, I'll say it again, I don't believe there was enough boot people around the table when these got designed. It could be better, and that's what bothers me. So I feel like it was kind of hinted at that J-Mike was involved in the design a little bit.
J-Mike was definitely involved. Like, J-Mike
this is why we got involved. Yeah, this is why we've got the heel the way it is.
Yeah. Oh, this heel.
Yeah. If they're dropping so many boots, maybe we'd get if they weren't dropping so many boots, maybe we get a better, more thought out product. So I'm talking.
I think that applies to everything.
These designers, STS is saying, these designers fight over the smallest things because a 10-cent change could end up costing a lot more than you guys think. That's not wrong. I mean,
no,
the end of the day is you have to go up against costs. Like if you want to keep it under a certain price, and like, again, 270 euros is not cheap, but that's much cheaper than a lot of us were expecting it to be. Like, I had people sending me messages being like, so how much do you think those would be? Like 350 more, 380?
Like, yeah, no, I think 270 was a pleasant surprise. As much as 270 is insane money, it is the same price as an elite level laceless F50. So I have no complaints.
Josh makes a good point. Cost isn't an issue when they nailed the Sala upper. So that's what's really bizarre. And that's what I'll say about that. The Velcro is they did the Sala. You did the Sala. What stopped you from doing
it on this?
Yeah.
Yes. that is a question I have too. Like, what? Because I think you said, James, you understand why they wouldn't have. Why do you think they wouldn't?
Or because of the other boot. So like they're going for, like, this is the template for the boot that they chose to make. So I'm talking about this colorway versus the other colorway.
Okay.
So the other colorway is based on this is the template Addy had. So when New Balance, when Unisport went to them and when, oh, we want to make this, or they came together to collab, and Unisport said this is the colorway we want to do. Addy weren't gonna, again, cost. There's no way Addy were going to turn around and say we're going to do it with stitching, or we're going to do it with a full leather upper, because they had this. This was already what they were going to make. It was just about changing the colors to suit this.
James, okay,
Or why they wouldn't put the Velcro in? Like, is that
Oh, the Velcro, I have no idea. Like,
oh,
that would have to go on both.
I can tell you exactly why, having actually played in them. It is an absolute nightmare. It's really, really cool. Do not get me wrong. It works. There's nothing wrong. It's Velcro. The amount of grass you get in that, grass and dirt you get in the Velcro, and the amount, like, how hard it is to clean, and like bits of sock and stuff like that, it's a nightmare. For the indoor, it makes sense, because indoor you're not going to get, you shouldn't get a lot of grass and dirt. Of course, people are going to wear them casually, but still. Not all Brandon is saying not all internal teams are given the same budget treatments. Yeah, there's that. And Josh is saying to make it more playable.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of elements here that are, it needs to be a modern playable football boot.
Yeah.
It needs to be something you can go out and use. And like that's kind of key to the whole design, really. So front posters asked there is, have either of us played in them or put them on foot? Like, yeah, I went out and did like I didn't do a lot in them because like I didn't want to mess them up. But I went out for my video and I did I hit a few shots. I kind of dribbled in them, did some passing, things like that. So, and they're a very playable boot. Like they feel like a laceless F50 in the fit. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but with better lockdown. I love that these have better lockdown than all the F50s that are currently out. That's hilarious to me. But anyway, the heel is phenomenal. I've said this multiple times. And then you've just got this slightly more padded, slightly thicker, maybe slightly bulky kind of feeling through the top of the boot. If you could release this with maybe a couple of tweaks for the sake of like not nostalgia but performance, and nobody would complain.
Yeah.
People would enjoy this.
Yeah,
it's a good football.
I can't still because I'm injured, but these,
Yes.
I will do a full proper review on these. They're gonna get dirty, but I have faith in my Mizuno boot cleaning stuff that I have. So
S2S, sorry if I missed this, but is the material under the lace over a knitted material?
Yeah.
It's the same as the laceless F50. And so it's a one piece underneath, and then the laces. So the laces kind of are actually only quite shallow. So the lacing system is only really here. And then this last one really only pulls to the top to pull the lace cover down. So it is a pretty shallow lacing system. But because it's based on the laceless F50, it actually still fits and has decent lockdown. And then you just add that little bit of extra kind of like compression, or that little bit of extra lockdown with the laces, and that works really well. And then you have the heel, which somebody did put, and I agree with. Yes, this heel needs to be on absolutely everything.
Literally put
this
it
is
on
an
everything.
Unbelievable heel.
If you put that on the leather Predators, I don't think Justin would never wear another boot again. I don't think.
Yeah. But no, they are fantastic. So I just thought that would be an interesting direction for the conversation. I realize it kind of spins a little bit negative that way, but that's I think fair, because everything's been so positive. Like, which is going to happen. And like we are only human.
Well, I will say this. If you love something enough, if you truly enjoy something, you should be able to criticize it as well. This goes for
absolutely
everything in life. Like, video game example. One of my favorite games of all time is Skyrim. Is that game perfect? Hell no. It's buggy as hell, but I love the hell out of it. But if you enjoy something, I absolutely love these. These are probably my favorite boot in my collection now. But that doesn't mean they're perfect.
There you go.
I love the
No.
Wave Cup. The Wave Cup's not perfect.
You're speaking to a man who constantly says that the Nemesis 90.1 is amazing. So, you know, I'm
But
definitely
not
on
perfect.
I'm
But not perfect.
definitely on your side there. It is nowhere close to perfect, but I love it nonetheless.
Yeah. Yes, front posts, these are better than the current models for sure.
Yeah, I think without question, like it's better than just because of the upper change, it's better than the current F50s, no questions. Are you getting excited yet, LJ? Are you like somebody?
I was excited before anyone said anything. So
Like they're so good. They're
it's like
so good.
the bit underneath the lace cover is essentially just the same as the top of the laceless ones.
Yes,
that's exactly.
exactly.
It's the
So it's
same
like wearing the
material.
laceless one, and then you get the lace cover on top of that. That's quite
Exactly.
nice. That sounds nice to me.
Yeah, and then obviously your kind of your upper material, even around here, is that little bit different. But
What
yes,
is that like? What is that material like?
It's like a soft
textile.
Yeah, it's like a soft textile. It fits
Yeah,
really
soft kind
well.
of textile mesh.
Okay.
Yeah. Interestingly, again, you say it fits really well, and I agree with you. And that's really interesting that it also fits me very well. Like now I don't have a super fit. I don't have a super wide midfoot. So like the midfoot fit is still good, but I've still got good room in the toe box. Like I'm a teeny bit pinched, but it's leather. It'll break in. And for some, you know what I mean? Like your foot, my foot, it's good design, man. It's good.
Yeah,
I'm going to be very excited about that. Now,
Josh saying it's a bastard to clean.
It's
Game over if they see mud.
Game over if it sees mud.
See,
I had mine on
I know
AG.
how to keep my boots clean. I'm like you lot.
Okay, 2 seconds, guys. If you guys have any further things you would like to say on that, please do so now, because I have mislaid my questions, because I do want to get into these questions, because we keep getting LJ back on every single week to do these questions and we never do it. And I love having LJ on every week, but I'm not doing it on purpose and avoiding questions, so he has to keep coming back on.
That's valid enough reason for me.
Yeah, me too. So yes, if you guys would like to discuss anything further, I'm just going to quickly have a look for the.
Hold on, James. Did you get a 7.5? US 7.5?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, and I got an 8.
Yeah.
So get whatever your F50 size is.
Yes, that was my advice in my video. Is buy whatever your regular Adidas F50 Elite size is. Buy the same size as that, and you will be absolutely fine. Now, I will traditionally and generally wear elite level Adi boots half a size smaller US size and Japanese size than I will, for example, a Nike boot. And that always works out really well for me. And even with my wider foot, the half down, if you call it that, works perfectly in this for me. Okay, 1 second, boys and girls. I'll be back.
LJ, I like your top.
Thank you. This is one of my most commonly worn ones. I wear this all the time when I play football, going to the gym.
I need to track down the tiger stripe jersey they did. So outside of dragons, white tigers. So good.
Yeah, they've given I guess Nigeria and Korea a lot of good stuff last few years.
I think it's good for them to focus on their designer on teams like that. Because if you do it for like England or the US, you have too many people who probably won't buy it. And I think Nigeria and Korea both. No, they're more fashionable countries, in my opinion.
I think you have not more to work with, but it's like, I don't know. I think maybe there's more opportunity to do something a little bit more out there, you know?
Yeah. Brandon, we don't talk about leaks. Otherwise, we totally would.
Yeah, we would, but we don't. We like to keep things leak free, because if look at it this way, if we spoke about leaks and we had discussed these when they were originally reported by, for example, Footy headlines, we would not have received those boxes. We would not have received those boots. So
Dare
it's
you,
you
Brandon.
you have to play the game.
Yeah, you have to play the game. That was the thing is when I worked retail, some of the guys like, you leaked a tooling of a book earlier, James, canceled. Some of the guys would be like, how do you get all this free stuff? And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm the manager, but it's not just that. I play the game. Like, and sometimes I purposely don't play the game. Like when the Hypervenom Phantom 2 launched and they're like telling me they'd give me a pair and I'm like, I don't want one.
Okay, so I only found one page, but the one page I put in, I'd written down a load of questions, and on one specific page, I'd put like 5 like big questions. So these were like my big questions that we should definitely answer. So it's a good page to have found.
Nice.
Now these are all aimed. They were all aimed at LJ, but we can all jump in and answer where necessary. But we're going to go to LJ first for every single one. So these are the big LJ questions, the things we need to know. First one, favorite boot of all time?
Oh, F50 Plus Red and White.
Oh, that was easy.
Because I feel like
top of his head.
when you tell people you collect boots, right, that's like the first thing they ask you. So over the years, I've got to the point where I just really know. So I think comfortably, that's my favorite boot.
Fair.
Nice.
Fair.
Andrew?
At this point, it's either these or the Wave Cup.
The Wave Cup.
The Wave Cup.
Nice. And my standardized answer is, of course, the Nemesis 19.1. Like I always say, like, it's not the best boot. I will happily sit there and be like, it's not the greatest boot that's ever been made, but it's definitely my favorite boot to play in. So we're going to go with that.
I'm trying to get another pair because I should have kept mine.
I've got something very special happening to one of my pairs.
I'm so excited.
I'm
so excited.
Yeah, I cannot wait to show everybody. I don't know what stage that's at yet, but oh my God, that's going to be so good. Next up, LJ, your boot of the year so far for 2025.
I mean, that's always a funny one because it's like, are we saying the boot that's like the best to wear, best performing, or just like my favorite release?
Whatever works for you, man.
Your rules. Your rules.
I feel like this is my favorite boot of all time. So this has to be my favorite release.
So this has to be the. That's fair. What about to wear? What's your favorite to wear so far?
That I've been able to wear is the Morelia, the Ultralight, the white ones, probably.
Yeah, it's a good choice. Good choice.
And they look so good as well. Andrew, has your opinion changed upon what your boot of the year is currently so far?
The only reason why it can't be these is because they're limited edition.
Because they're limited edition.
Do not do limited editions as boot of the year, because otherwise the Wave Cup would have 2. I've been doing this for 6 years, and 2 of those 6 years would have been a Wave Cup. So,
yeah,
it's still going to be the X-Fly Pro 3.
Yeah, the X-Fly Pro 3 is also mine. I'm very much looking at that from a performance point of view. There's other boots or the drops that I've kind of like enjoyed more, but I also, my boot of the year is always like the boot I give the title of boot of the year to is what I believe to be the objectively best performing boot that I have tried that year. Because if this was my personal, what have I enjoyed wearing the most this year, would actually be the Phantom 6. The Phantom 6 really works for my foot.
Lies. We don't care. It's a Nike boot. Boo this man.
But there is no question that the X-Fly Pro 3 is a better football boot.
Yeah.
In pretty much every way.
Yeah.
But, you sometimes you find those boots like a Nemesis. They just fit your foot really well.
You need one.
Sounds like I need one if you're both saying your favorite.
They're
Dude,
really good.
If you had a smaller foot, I'd send you a pair. I have 2, but
they're quite
cut a toe off, you'll be fine.
They're fairly inexpensive now. Like so I managed to get a replacement because I sold my red ones because I just can't wear red boots. I have to do white base. and I got the white green, and I paid like 80 quid.
Yeah, they're so
Yeah.
affordable now.
Yeah.
I bought Burns boots. I bought Matt Burns's pair, the white blue, and I think I got them for like $100 from him. So similar price. So yeah, there you go. Got to try it, LJ. On to the next question, though. The Grail boot. What is the boot that you want in your collection that you have never been able to get hold of?
There's not enough time for that. That's not one. That's not one. Whatchamacallit? Gold R9 Vapors. Really, 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 really.
The Vapor 2s?
Yes.
I had a pair of those.
You had? And what happened?
I sold them. Now, to be fair, when I got them in SG. So this is going to drive you nuts. In 2000, what year was that? 2006. I was just started working in a footy store, and I started getting into boots. And I would check the local Nike outlet. The Nike outlet had literally 200 pairs of soft ground gold Vapor 2s, the R9s. And I got a pair. I paid it'd probably be the equivalent of 50 quid for a pair. Wore them for a while and just said, I can't wear soft ground. So I ended up selling them. And that was only maybe less than a year later, I think. So in my defense, I thought,
watch LJ's heart
I
breaking in
know,
real
I know.
time.
I mean, it's a long time ago, you know?
Yeah. And I, you never know what's going to be
You
looked
don't know
at.
what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So can you see the live chat, LJ, or not?
No, how do I see that?
No. It's just on YouTube, but it doesn't matter. I'll just read you two comments that have come in. So Josh Tossell would like you to know that he has a pair signed by Eden Hazard. He would also like you to know that he also got an SG pair from eBay that he paid £50 for, brand new in box.
No, what does that even mean? Oh.
LJ, I'll keep an eye out
There
for
you
you,
go.
lad. Stuff pops up here.
The amount that they cost, I can't afford that.
They're
Anyway, obviously the red and white 50s as well that I just mentioned.
Mhm.
If I could own those in my size at a good price, then I'd love to. Mercurial's 1998. I think everybody has that in their heart as one as well.
Yeah.
White and gold, Ronaldinho Tiempos, gold and white Ronaldinho Tiempos.
LJ, send me your size. I'm going to start looking for stuff for you.
These things, I wouldn't even look.
Look,
I wouldn't even look.
I've already on the lookout for like 8 different people for stuff. All right. You'd be surprised what pops up here and for like relatively inexpensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
But these are things I shouldn't buy, you know?
No. This is why I'm telling you I'll help you, because you actually should buy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew's good at getting stuff that like his like space is impressive.
Look, man. When I started working as the footwear manager at that store, from then to the time I quit, I had doubled sales in less than 7 years. So I'm good at getting people into boots.
You're good at getting people to buy boots. That's what it sounds like. How about you guys? Grails.
Got one.
Andrew?
Actually, well, I've got my main grail. So I got those Hummels I showed off several times that I've been looking for years. After that, I would love the El Returno Speedflow.
Didn't you have a pair of those?
No. We found one on Vinted for like 80 quid. You got them for me. And then the guy canceled the orders saying some BS. He'd put them up again, and he never did.
Yeah.
And they were in good shape.
That.
They were in really good shape. So I'm watching a pair right now, but the guy wants 500 quid for them.
Really? I didn't realize that those...
You know what's even more insane? They got put on sale here for like 150 quid. They weren't selling. They marked them down, and that's when they sold out, and that's how they wound up like being put up for resale. And those Nemesis, the Messi 15th anniversary Nemesis, I actually found a pair of those and they want like 350 quid. So again, I'm not paying that much.
Yeah. I have a pair of those. They're just battered.
They are.
Like I've used the shit out of them. But yeah, here is a sad tale. Everyone get out your violins. So we had a similar conversation to this recently about Grail boots, and my Grail boot is the Alex Morgan Phantom Venom. There's only 100 pairs of them, and Proper Boots found me a pair, and he found me a pair at a good price. Like, I want to say $400, maybe $420, something like that. And I'm like, you know what? Considering like last time I saw a pair, they were $3,500. So I was like, $420, I can do that. So found them on Goat, I think it was. I sent him the money. He bought them for me. And then we waited and we waited and we waited. And the person never sent them and then cancelled the order. So the boots never came. Obviously got a refund because it was through Goat. But so the boots just didn't appear. And at the time that I bought those, there was actually 2 pairs that were available, and these were in my size. Now, as far as I'm aware, because there's only 100 pairs, I think there's less than 5 pairs in my size, and my size is the biggest size that they made for those boots. They didn't make anything bigger than a US 8. So I missed out on those, and then I missed out on the other pair that was available, and the and the only silver lining to this is that like a week later is when I got made redundant. Like, I really didn't need to be spending $400 on a pair of boots, so I got the money back, which was kind of positive. But yeah, Jesus, I'm I'm like, yeah, great, I got the money back, but at the same time, like, I probably won't find those again. So that was kind of heartbreaking. Genuinely kind of like very upset about that.
I do have one. I found the leather, the Puma Evo Speed graphic, the dragon ones in leather, remember? And
and we couldn't get them fast enough off Vinted. They were 12 quid.
They were 12 quid. And like, I asked James, he couldn't do it. I asked a buddy in Germany, he couldn't do it. And I asked our good friend Ben, who's in Spain, and his Vinted account wasn't working.
But then they were gone.
Well, no, he got his Vinted account working and he went to buy them and they were gone. And they were mislisted and everything. And I'm like, so my guess is I think that was a pair for Santi Carzola.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he and I are the same size.
Shit, man.
So I think somebody got given a pair, didn't know their value, and just put them up.
Because I like, you messaged me and were like, can you get me these? I was like, yeah, no problem. So I immediately went on Vinted, went to buy them. And so in Ireland Vinted is connected to France Vinted. And these were listed on France Vinted. But France Vinted is connected to like Ireland, Spain, Portugal, like I think maybe Germany as well.
Italy too.
Oh, Italy, yes. So it's connected to all of these, whereas Ireland's only connected to France. So they were on France Vinted, but in Spain. So I couldn't buy them. And I had like, there's literally no way of getting around it. So yeah, all around the houses. And then by the time we got there, they were gone. But yeah, that's devastating.
What could have been, man? What could have been?
But yeah, so yeah, these Alex Morgan Phantom Venoms, which I may never ever get again, which is a sad time.
Could have been.
What could have been? What could have been? Okay, so we will do one more question because we are 3 minutes past, and then we'll jump into a quick little members only live chat for a few minutes. And the last question was, what do you want to see the most in 2026? If there's one thing that you're like, this is the one thing that I want, whether it's a boot, whether it's a style, whether it's something to happen, what is your kind of big wish for 2026?
Something I want to happen. It's interesting because it's like, there are boots that I want to see remade because I wanted them when I was younger. But I also kind of want to see less remakes.
Yeah.
You know? It's that thing where it's like, we sit here and we're like, there's too many colorways, too many remakes. And the most excited I get is when a boot that I really like gets remade. So I really would love this boot around your neck I do in red and white. That's like the boot I want the most in the whole wide world. You know what I mean? So if I could press a button and something would happen, perhaps it'd be that, like on like a micro level. On a macro level, what I would want to see, which obviously we're not going to see, is a little bit more, fewer colorways, boots worn a little bit more, less remakes, more kind of, because in the end, it's like in 30 years' time, right? What are the remakes going to be? You know, I don't know how many boots that have come out in the last 10 to 15 years that we're going to see remakes of. They're
going to be remaking this version of this boot. They're going to be like, oh yeah, we had this remake. We're going to remake the remake.
So, yeah, I'm contradicting myself massively, but something, those two things, remakes that I like, and then other than that, no more.
just for me.
Yes,
for me,
I get
specifically
remake
me.
I want. In fact, I don't even want the remake. I want the original for like £50, like Josh. But like, I don't know. It's not, because it's like, we are the target market for these things, right? And the fact that we get excited tells us that there's a reason why these things will continue to happen. But a part of me is still a bit like, like, let's build the boots that we're going to look back on in 15 years, 20 years and be like, those were amazing, as opposed to just kind of constantly kind of pulling the nostalgia lever. That's not going to happen next year. And that's not like a next year thing. That's more of a long-term thing. But in terms of things that might happen, that could happen, let me just get red and white one.
Just the red and white one, just for now. Andrew, what you got?
Well, Front Post says Power Swerve remake would be lovely. It's time. I'm down to my final pair of Power Swerves, like my final in shape pair. I've got a pair of the Beijing Olympic ones that I'm going to actually send to Ben, and then Ben will clean up, and then there's no point sending them back. I'm just going to tell him to sell them there.
Sad times.
Yeah, sad times, but it is what it is. But it's time. It's long past time for a remake. Some of the remakes we got, and some of that is absurd. Aside from that, what I actually most want to happen is I want the industry as a whole to crown me king and let me decide for every single company what to do in terms of how many releases, how many colorways, stuff like that. Make me king. I will make everything better.
That's crazy.
I could make everything so much better. For Puma, basically just rip out it from the roots. Start over. For Adi, cut the colorways by like 60%. Nike, I don't even know where to start with them. Mizuno,
sorry, the chat's killing me right now.
Vladimir Lockhart. Hey, the only people I will butcher and send to the gulag are boots. I won't send people.
All hail Andrew.
Another thing, actually, remakes, when boots are remade, and obviously this is mainly directed to Adidas, just original colors.
Okay.
Is that controversial?
You know what? No, actually, you know what?
You know calling you a boot czar.
No, you know what? I would put LJ in charge of colorways. He's got more fashion sense than I do.
There we go.
Yeah, but then we just get like 70% of the boots that drop will be pink though. So I don't know, man.
I'm good with that.
That's a good point. That's a good point. We'd clash. I promise not to purge you in like a random what would we even call like the great purge, the boot purge.
The boot purge. Oh dear. So I just saw it in the chat here, and it is very relevant. It's what I was going to say. Front Post saying that my obviously missing out on the Alex Morgan Phantom Venoms is made all the worse by the fact that last week Nike gifted Alex Morgan like a special individual pair of GX2s. So they're kind of like a white creamy base, and they've got like 2 stars on for the 2 World Cups that she won. They've got all the stats, like how many games, how many goals. They're a brilliant personalized pair of boots. So my wish for next year is I would like to see those released in exactly, let's say, 2 pairs, and I get one of them.
Well, do you know what I would have loved? Do you know the boot that they gave to Megan Rapinoe?
That's the pink.
Sick.
Oh man.
Yeah. That would be nice. So yeah, I would like that. And my other wish would be to not be purged by Andrew the Bootsar.
I will put you in charge of Nemesis.
Perfect. So I'll be just sat around doing nothing.
Look,
because nobody would care.
Every government needs a fat cat collecting a paycheck, doing nothing.
Absolutely. Oh, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the chat has been fantastic this evening. I'm sorry we didn't get to more of you. I love that the live is now like a thing that people actually look forward to and come to join and talk. It just means that we can't get to absolutely everything in the chat. So thank you very much to all of you. We do read them all, even if I can't respond to them all. I will quickly mention Proper Boots saying he wants Lotto to have a revival as his wish. So absolutely, yes, please.
I would fix that.
Please do head over and follow LJ. LJ, where can we find you, please?
Find me everywhere. At LJ Collects on Insta, TikTok, YouTube. YouTube, you know what's going on there.
Wow, 442's YouTube
442
channel. The
at
new talent.
442.
The new talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch
LJ,
my video
the talent. Do go and watch LJ's video, please. Go and leave him lovely comments. Whoever is currently in charge of 442 is hearting everything, so I'm feeling that. Andrew, where can the people find you, please?
Lockhart Boot Blog, Instagram, and my blog.
Exactly. And you are, of course, here on the Boot Wizard YouTube channel. Like the video, get subscribed. You can find me on TikTok at Boot Wizard, which is flying at the moment. So please do continue to watch me there, and on Instagram at Boot Wizard Boot Reviews. Thank you very much, everybody. We will now switch to a quick members only live stream.